Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Lectures and Labcoats. My name is Sparks, and I will be a lovely lab-coated lecturing Let's Player for today. Now, some of you may remember this. This was released about a year ago, actually. This was my redstone elevator. It used the new redstone blocks, or at the time they were new. And as you can see, it is now slightly broken. The top piston doesn't work anymore. But I have come up with a new design, which is even more resource-friendly. So this one here, for every block up you move, there's 2 dust, a repeater, and 2 pistons. This version here, it's 2 dust and 2 repeaters, and 2 pistons. So there's actually no repeater at all, which, considering that a repeater contains 3 redstone dust total, is a saving of over 50%. So that's pretty neat. It's also faster, and it no longer requires that block underneath, so it's very easy to place. I'll be showing you quickly how to build this in the episode. It is survival friendly, so you can go into survival and ride this quite happily. Nothing bad happens at all. And there's also an alternate version, which I have over here, which requires a few more resources, but has the advantage of being fully automatic. So this one here pulls you up on top of the redstone block, and then this ticker tape here pushes the redstone block through a tape line back down to the bottom here. This lamp just indicates the status of the elevator. So that's really neat. I think it's pretty nice that this has been sort of expanded now. My first design was very popular, and as you can see up here, I've got a little bit of redstone that actually pushes you onto the ledge as well. So if we watch that again, I get pushed as I reach the top, like that, by that piston there. So really nice, and I'm really pleased to have made this a lot more efficient and generally faster as well. It's quite a bit faster rising up now. So I'm going to be showing you how to build this in this episode. So we're going to start off this tutorial by showing you how to make the simpler version, which is just the elevator, because the ticker tape system builds off of that. And you can stick around and watch the rest if you want to know how to build the rest of this. So we're going to start off with a couple of pistons in the floor. For the simple design without the ticker tape, we need to go 2 blocks, 2 pistons like this down level with the floor and lower, and then after that, however many blocks you want to go up needs to be placed. So we're going to go 18 blocks up. You can go any height you like. 1, 2. Excellent. And then for that next bit, we're going to just put pistons facing up all the way up to the top. Okay, we have our line of pistons here going up to the height we want, and we're going to start placing our first pieces of redstone. So we put a block in the very bottom left corner here, and then a block underneath, and a block across like that. So this piece of dust is what's going to be activated when the redstone block comes down, and that piece there is going to power the piston behind this block. So if we put a block down now, it will push it up very quickly. Excellent. Now the other side is going to alternate, so we're going to place the next block 1 higher, like so, and you can see that it's basically diagonally across one, and then the next one over here will be the same thing up that height. So we can go around. Oh, this here needs to be a half slab, by the way, and that stops the redstone there being cut off. So that's basically it. I'm just going to repeat this both the sides all the way to the top. Okay, once that's been done, you'll see that these zigzag back and forth and alternate, which is how we get the redstone so compact. At the very top of this, you need to put an unpushable block. There'll be a list of unpushable blocks you can put here in the description. I'm using a dropper because they're very cheap, just a cobblestone and a piece of redstone. But you can use a chest or anything on the screen right now. And that is it for the simple design. You can put down your redstone block and it will carry you away as high as you need to go. Once you reach the top, you will manually have to break this redstone block and place it again when you're at the bottom. So if you're still interested in the ticker tape version, which is surprisingly easy to build, very simple, don't be intimidated, I'll talk you through it all, then you're welcome to keep watching. We're going to go through that now. So for the advanced version of this circuit, we're going to start at the top. So if you put your redstone block down, you can see where the top floor is. So this is going to be where people get off. So now we want to do two things. First of all, we want to make sure that people are pushed off onto the platform, and then we want to move the redstone block along into this ticker tape chain. So we're going to go ahead and place a block right there with a repeater on it, and this repeater you need to right click once to set it to 2 ticks. We're going to put a block here like that. That block can actually stay there, and then we're going to put a sticky piston there, and that's going to, once that redstone block arrives, push the player over onto this ledge. Okay, now once the block is there, we want to be able to push it away. So you'll notice on this side the redstone dust is that high, and on this side it's lower. If we were to push, put a redstone block here, have the ticker tape push this way, it would interfere with this redstone. So we're going to go in this direction where it doesn't interfere. So we're going to go ahead and place a normal non-sticky piston right there. We're going to put a block next to it like that, and put another block here with a piece of dust on it. So now when we place this block here, it will be pushed sideways and the player will be pushed off. So we can see that in action. We can just place them there and we'll get pushed off nicely, and this block will be pushed off, ready to be dealt with. We're going to bring it around here now. So we're going to put a non-sticky piston right here, and then underneath a block, and 2 blocks down another block. We also need to put a block here on top of this dust to stop it being interfered with, and then a piece of dust there, and we're done. We've gone around the corner. We're going to bring this over here, and then we want to bring it down 1 block away from this piston chain. If we put redstone blocks here, it'll interfere, so our piston line is going to be that far away. And we're going to bring it down on this side. So our piston line is going to run our ticker tape down here. So to begin with, we're going to put another non-sticky piston right here, and the same again. We put a block there and some dust, and that just automatically pushes it. So if I put a redstone dust here now, you can see it chain round. And then over here we have our downward pushing piston, which is a non-sticky piston facing down. You'll notice there is quite a bit of redstone stuff showing here. You can probably hide it quite nicely by covering this off and leaving this as the exit, that kind of thing. I'll leave the decoration up to you. That's not my job. Excellent. Let's make that. Okay. So we want to make sure that this pushes down properly. So we're going to put a block there, and then we're going to put a half slab here, and another block here, and put dust on top. So now when a block appears here, it will push down using that dust. We're going to now place blocks here until it stops working. So we reach the full length of the piston. There we go, it's reached its end. And then break that block again, because that should always be an air block there. So we've reached as deep as this can go, and now we need to shift it over to keep it going down. So to do this, we're going to go from the bottom block. We're going to place a block, and then here we're going to put a sticky piston. This block is here because if we put a sticky piston there, it will never retract, because there's a redstone block diagonally above it, so that block is needed there. So we're going to put 2 blocks like this, like that, and then this 2 dust is going to push sideways. That's great. We're going to go again over a little bit so that we are on the opposite side of this piston string, and then we're going to push down. So we're going to have a non-sticky piston facing down here, and we're going to send it a signal to tell it needs to bring a block up by putting a block here, a half slab here just like we did at the top there, and a block here with 3 dust. There we go. And again, this is going to be pushing the blocks down. Now, depending on how high you make this elevator, you'll have to do this more times. And if you reach the limit, which won't happen in this example, you can just mirror this and shift them all in the opposite direction. But as you can see, we've reached the bottom of our design with just 1 transition, so we don't need to go any further. We want to bring this piston, this ticker tape, along 1 block underneath these bottom pistons. If you remember, currently the design goes 1, 2, and then floor level. For the automatic version, we need to add 1 more, so there needs to be 3 blocks below the ground. There we go. So, bearing this in mind, we're going to go 1 block below that with our piston tape. So we want it to come along here, like that. That way the redstone blocks don't interfere with the pistons in any way. So first of all, we obviously need to bring it across one. So we're going to put a non-sticky piston right here. We need to put a block there as well. We need to put a block, then a sticky piston. My mistake. Okay. And we're going to detect if there's a redstone block there by putting this formation. Again, this sensor is used time and time again. Okay, super. And we only want to bring it across one block, and then from here we want to be able to shift it in that direction. So this time we can use a non-sticky piston. We're going to put it right here. Oops, right here. And we're going to actually connect this up using the same redstone line with a 2-tick delay. Again, to stop the block sticking, 2-tick delay, and a piece of dust here. So if we were to go ahead and place a piece of redstone up here now, we're going to see it chain all the way around and down. So that should be working nicely. This line is going to come along here to the underside of our floor. So the next bit is just bringing these blocks back round and up. There's an optional status lamp here. I broke this by placing a redstone block when I shouldn't have. This system obviously has its own redstone blocks, and adding to that redstone block count by placing one yourself will break it. Okay, so we're going to come over. We want to push this block over when somebody presses a button. If we put a redstone block here, it's not interfering with these pistons, but when these pistons are pushed out by those, they're going to be in line with that. So we're going to put it one further back. So it's going to go piston, 2 air blocks, and then our redstone block. Then we're going to have a block, and we're going to put 2 sticky pistons. And this is a double piston extender. And don't be scared, it's very easy to make. So we're going to go ahead, and we definitely want this to go up like this, you can see. So we're going to put a block here, block there, and a sticky piston facing up, and that's going to push upwards when we need it to. And we've overshot our bounds there because there was too many redstone blocks. Let's get rid of those a second. Okay, so to detect when this needs to be pressed, we're going to put a block here and a block, like that. So I'm going to put dust here and here, and a repeater set to 2 ticks here. So that's going to push up when it detects something's there, and then one more redstone block and we're all good. This is all the redstone blocks we need in the system. So next we're going to do our double piston extender. Very simple to do. So we're going to do this so that there's a repeater facing in on 1 tick, so no right clicking needed into that block. We're going to put a block here, a block here. There's going to be some redstone dust here, and then this is where our button goes. If we get ourselves a button, one moment, there we go. Very good. Our status lamp can go here as well, by the way, and that's basically just lets you know that the elevator is ready to go. Okay, we're also going to, so at the moment this button will simply push nothing. But we're going to go over here like this, and we're going to put a repeater here set to 3 ticks, so right click it twice, and 2 dust. So now it would extend twice, so it would push this, actually we can press it and you'll see what happens. So it pushes forward, and we forgot to put the last block down here when we added that extra extension. My mistake. So half slab here. Block, block. Okay, so that's going to go up now. And because this hasn't pulled it back properly yet, we've got one more bit of redstone to do. When that reaches the top, you'll see that it is ready to go again. Great. So finally, we need to be able to pull that block back. You saw that it wasn't pulled back. So we're going to put a piece of dust right here. So this line is going to carry on through and round. And then we're going to put one more repeater here set to 2 ticks. So right click it once and 2 dust. So now, if we put our block back, you should see this redstone, block will be pulled back at the end of the cycle. There we go. Leaving space for that redstone ticker tape to replace that redstone block. And then we're done, basically. There we go. Ready to go. Ooh. Can't shift click buttons. And that's basically it. Very simple to build. Doesn't require too many resources. It's only these top and bottom bits which take a little bit, and the redstone ticker tape, I don't know. It's handy not having to place your own blocks, basically. Excellent. So that's about it. If you wanted to make a water catch down here, by the way, you could do that quite easily by putting a block here, I mean, this will probably be underground anyway. You can get a sign like this. That was in the wrong place. A sign here, sign under this piston, and then you can put your water down here. This is, you know, in case somebody falls. In multiplayer, pistons do sometimes glitch out, so you can put a bucket here, and then people can accidentally either fall down the hole by accident, or if they glitched through for some unknown reason, they will fall into this water here. They can climb out here, and then you can bring them up with some steps or something back to the surface. Okay, I think we're done. I hope people find this interesting and useful. It is quite an improvement to my original design over here, which used a lot more resources. But it's very much of the same sort of mentality. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.